Hi, it's Garden Gal here, and I wanted to show you my new Vegega garden bed. The bed is called a 9-in-1, meaning there's 9 different configurations to this bed. And I chose to make it 8 feet long by 2 feet wide. So, when I filled this bed, it was pretty easy. I didn't want to put all soil in it because it'd be cost prohibitive. So what I did was I put a lot of layers of cardboard on the bottom, and then I put some tree limbs that I had gotten off of our property from a tree that had died. I put that on the bottom, and then some tree branches, grass clippings, leaves, and then eventually I got closer to the top and I was able to get some really nice soil, and I put about 12 inches of soil into it. Now this bed will settle, the soil will settle because I've got all these different layers of different things, but in the spring I'll just add more good soil to it. So this bed is far better in my opinion than a wooden bed. A wooden bed would first of all probably cost me more to build, and I probably wouldn't be able to build it like this one. This is sturdy. It's made of galvanized steel. It's coated with a zinc, aluminum, and magnesium steel alloy coating, which helps prevent rust. The assembly was really easy. I was able to pretty much put it together myself. Whereas a wooden bed, I would have to have the skills to build a wooden bed for one thing. I'd need also the tools like a skill saw and other tools to build it. The configuration is a big plus because you can configure this particular bed 9 different ways. Whereas a wooden bed, you're pretty much stuck with a fixed shape, like a rectangular shape or a square shape. And then the lifespan of this bed is actually going to be 20 years, and hopefully longer than that. But a wooden bed, you're lucky if you get 5 to 10 years from it. After 5 years, especially if you're living in an area that has rain and snow, that wood is going to break down, rot. If you're in a humid area, you might be dealing with mold and so forth, insect and termite damage, which all could happen. And then you'd have to replace it after 5 or 10 years. So the cost, maintenance cost wise, there's no cost to maintain it. Once you've purchased it, just hose it down if it gets a little dirty on the outside, and you don't have to seal it like wood. You don't have to replace any broken boards, and you won't have to replace it for at least 20 years. This bed has been USDA certified as non-toxic. It's safe and durable, whereas some wood is treated with chemicals that can leach into your soil. I wanted to show you what I got in this bed. It's a perfect height for me. It's 32 inches tall, and so I decided to plant some tomatoes. These are dwarf tomatoes. Most of them are. I've got a few that are not, and they'll probably get pretty tall here. But dwarf tomatoes and micro dwarf tomatoes would be a great thing to put in these beds, and so that's what I'm doing this year. This dwarf is called Sweet Scarlet. Dwarf Sweet Scarlet. And I've got a couple of tomatoes that are non-dwarfs, but we'll see how those do. I've got a girl's weird thing back there. She's doing good. She's happy. This one's called Dwarf Snakebite. This one's called Uptown Funk. I don't think this is a dwarf. No, it's not a dwarf, but should have some really tasty tomatoes on that one. This one is supposed to have really tasty tomatoes too. It's called Dwarf Awesome, and the tomatoes are really supposed to be awesome. So trying all these the first time this year. And then I've got a Luru Ochre, looking healthy, nice blossoms on there. And the last one here is Dwarf Wild Fred. So I'm going to have a lot of tomatoes in this bed this year. I've got a few onions I stuck in there too. So, but anyways, I hope you liked my video of the Vegega garden bed. I know that I got this last year, and I know that they've come out with even stronger beds. I think they're called 2.0. But anyways, if you're on the fence, don't hesitate, and I think you'll really be happy.